What's up guys, we're back with another beatbox reaction video, and today we have some more Beatland beatbox battle wildcards here, 8 more to be exact, and this is actually the final video I'll be making reacting to these wildcards, simply because, it would take a long time to react to every single one, obviously, and I also want to move on to other things like the Florida beatbox battle competition that's going on now, and some other videos that people requested outside of these wildcards. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be taking any more requests for this competition. Also, I won't be able to get around to all the other requests that were made for this. I have to move on to other things, but yeah, for this final video here, it's going to be an absolute banger, just like the other 3. We have Tatsuya, who I haven't seen in so many years. It's been a long time. We have Kaji, Addie, Kerang, Stitch, HS, Pono, Impedance, and a newcomer, Akbar, who I've never seen before, so it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with for his wildcard as a newcomer. So anyway, looking forward to these wildcards. So without further ado, let's get right into the videos.
Привет, меня зовут Tatsuya. Это мой Beatland Battle 2023 Solo Wildcard. Наслаждай мой beatbox. Let's go.
Yeah. Alright, so that was Tatsuya. It's been a long time since I last heard him, but his style is like, yeah, exactly what I remember it being like. That special sound he uses there, I don't really know, or I can't really remember rather what that particular sound is called, but he was like the grandfather of that sound. He was the first person I heard use that sound a while back, and it was really impressive then, and it's still pretty impressive now. Obviously, a lot more beatboxers kind of adapted that sound and use it in their own routines and whatnot, but I consider him like one of the first people who ever used that sound back in the day, maybe like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. But yeah, he's very prominent in the scene. He's been around for a long time, so yeah, it's nice to see him come back, still having that consistent kind of style. And yeah, I'd be excited to see what else he kind of came in with, see if he kind of adapted a newer kind of style, see if he added any more new sounds to his palette that he can kind of represent in a battle. Yeah, in terms of the wildcard, pretty much in line from what I remember seeing from him, so solid job from Tatsuya. So let's move on to the next wildcard.
This is Kaji from Japan, and this is my wildcard for the Beatland Battle 2023.
Spice. Can you get? Can you get that spice? Can you get? Can I get? Can I get the spice? Can I get the spice? Can I get the spice? Can you get the spice?
Okay, man. Nice, bro. That's sick. Alright, so that was Kaji. Yeah, I really like that wildcard, you know. I listen to him a lot. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Japanese scene, and he's obviously a part of Serokani. I've listened to him so many times in the past. You know, like, all the stuff that I heard from him in the past, you know, he was really, really good. Just, like, the fact that he kind of, like, the way he structured his rounds was more chaotic in nature, and it would kind of, like, would have been more well-suited for a battle. Obviously, if you're putting a wild card out for a battle, that's a very good thing anyway. Not saying that's a critique in any way, but this track in particular, though, felt a little bit more well-structured than everything that I heard from him before, and I like that a lot from him. Yeah, he kept the tempo pretty consistent throughout there. I love the combinations of sounds that kind of fell in line with the tempo. It didn't really go offbeat at all. And yeah, very solid wildcard from Kaji. I think that was one of the better wildcards I saw from him in terms of all the technical aspects that you'd you'd probably judge for, I think. So I could see this one placing very high just based on that alone. Really entertaining. Wasn't bored throughout any point of that wildcard at all. And again, yeah, very solid wildcard from Kaji. So moving on to the next one.
No beginnable fit. Udahlah, langsung aja. Wanna feel it like a
Wow. All right. So that was Addie Kerang. That was his wildcard. Yeah, very solid wildcard from Addie as well. Very hard hitting, very fast paced throughout the entire routine. Very good battle round, I think. Obviously, if he came in like a first round, maybe a second round, if he made it to the battles, obviously. that would be a killer round, I think. Very solid. A lot of cool special sounds in there as well. Executed really, really well. No mishaps that I can really pick up on. I had to go back and listen to it. But yeah, for the pace that I was going at, very surprising that he was able to remain that consistent. Obviously, when you're making these videos, obviously you do multiple takes and you pretty much pick the one that you like the most or until you perfect it. So that has to be said, obviously. But yeah, the execution for this take was really, really good. And yeah, he's a veteran anyway, so he can probably come into a live situation and perform just as well. So really like that wildcard from Addie. I love the style that he came in with. Would love to see that around in a battle. So let's move on to the next wildcard.
It's your boy Stitch, and this is my solo wildcard for the Beatland beatbox battle. Let's get it. Yoink!
I've been searching for someone who will make me whole again, 'cause I feel all alone. Searching for someone that will make me whole again, 'cause I feel all alone. I've been holding this mic for like 2 hours. look at this. Look at the marks. I don't know if you guys can see it, but oh my god, my hand is shaking.
God damn. All right, so that was Stitch. Yeah, solid track. You know, I like Stitch a lot. I like his style, especially his Grand Beatbox Battle Wildcard for 2021. I thought that was probably peak Stitch. Obviously he's improved since then. Yeah, something about this one though, man. Like, as much as I like his polyphonic sounds, I like the kind of like the way he structures his beats. Something about this, like, I felt like this routine itself didn't really have much of like an identity at all, if that makes sense. Not saying like it kind of felt more freestyle, but I don't know, something was missing in this one that kind of like push it forward compared to what else I've seen from him, you know. Maybe it was the kind of like the hard lip rolls didn't really fit too well in the track itself. Like, it was kind of like balancing between like a musicality and yeah, something else. I don't know what he's really going for that track there. Something felt a little bit off, but other than that, you know, it was very well structured in a technical aspect. It was good. Yeah, just I couldn't really catch the vibe for that one, for me personally, but don't know how you guys felt about that one. But yeah, Stitch is very talented, obviously. Maybe being a little bit more experimental here or something, I don't really know, but yeah, let's move on to the next wildcard.
From South Korea, I wanna go Beatland Beatbox Battle 2023.
Hey, pin my pin my pin pim dum pim bim pim dum pim dum pim dum pim bim pim dum pim bim pim dum pim dum pim dum pim dum pim dum pim dum pim dum
Nice. All right, so that was HS. Classic HS, honestly. Yeah, not really straying away from that kind of consistent style that he uses all the time. But he also developed that in a way too, made it a little bit more complex that we've seen in his Grand Beatbox Wildcards very recently as well. So carrying over here. Yeah, so from the recent stuff I saw from HS, I think this might be my least favorite, just because his Grand Beatbox Battle Wildcards were so amazing, especially that first one. It's so crazy. Yeah, but it's just style overall, man. I just love it so much. He's able to kind of like incorporate his own kind of musicality, like this dark melodic kind of singing into this crazy technical, complex kind of beats that he just incorporates into that musicality all the time. It's just so intense. But yeah, this is a very good wildcard. Just maybe a little bit too much emphasis on the singing, or just the kind of like throat melodies and humming that he was doing towards the end there. Maybe if he had a little bit more going on there, it might reach a level that he had in the first wildcard, his Grand Beatbox Battle wildcard. But I liked it a lot nonetheless. I thought this was very, very good. Elite level, obviously. Can't complain there. So solid stuff from HS. So let's move on to the next one.
Step up to the plate. Thought that you could prove, then show me what it takes. Step up to the plate. Come on, everybody, wanna make the room shake. Step up to the. Step up to the. Step up to the plate. Don't stop. Step to the beat. it up.
All right, so that was Pono. Yeah, crazy wildcard, American champion for a reason. Just recently watched his road to the finals and ended up winning the American championships in a live stream recently that I watched. But yeah, solid wildcard from Pono. Nothing I can really pick apart there or complain about. He has a very similar vibe to a lot of the rounds routines that he's been doing. Kind of keeps it pretty consistent in that regard. But yeah, man, just like one thing I noticed about this one particularly, the kind of layers that he has in some of the way that he kind of structures his beats has so many layers and complexity so deep in what he does there. And I think it would be very hard to kind of miss that aspect of his beatboxing if you just listen to it casually. Obviously, if you're into beatboxing a lot, you listen to people, you can probably pick that up almost immediately. But this one was very noticeable for me. Yeah, and that's really hard to do, especially when you're adding like the double voice, which is a pretty difficult sound to add. Then you had the whistles on top of that, then just the underlying drums. Crazy complexity and crazy layers displayed here from Pono on this wildcard, I think. Yeah, very solid structure and really enjoyable routine that he chose to use. So I like this one a lot. Let's move on to the next wildcard.
Bodies. 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 Bodies.
Nice. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So that was Impedance, obviously. Yeah, like that wild card a lot. I like his style a lot. I've only recently started listening to this guy. I think most recently, I think, yeah, it was the Grand Beatbox Battle. His first wild card in particular absolutely blew my mind because it was the first introduction I had to Impedance, and his style that he chose for that first wild card was absolutely crazy. Liked his producer wild card, obviously a completely different vibe. The kind of style that he came in with his first Grand Beatbox Battle wildcard is what I really liked about him, and he kind of carried that over a little bit here for this wildcard here for the Beatland as well. Yeah, I thought the routine was pretty solid for the most part. I think like the only thing I want to say this obviously first, that I don't know too much about the loop station, so obviously my critiques, take it with a grain of salt. But I think I liked the drops that he had, but I think kind of came a little bit too quickly, if that makes sense. I think I wish that we kind of sat with, or rather probably, I think we should have, it would have been a little bit better maybe if we got to sit with the build up a little bit more, like hear the construction of it, maybe utilize it in a way where it actually like benefits the track itself. Because I kind of felt like after the silent recording, it took like 5-10 seconds and we got to that drop, like a very minor build up that didn't really build up too much hype, if that makes sense. Then we kind of just sat there with the drop itself, which was really good, but didn't have much lead up to it and didn't have that hype built up around it, which is kind of something that I like a lot about the loop station, where you kind of hear the construction of the beat itself, and yeah, you get to kind of like ride with the track itself, and eventually when you lead to the drops, if you do have them, it builds more hype that way. So just a minor complaint about me, not about me, about the track from me. Again, I don't use loop stations, so maybe it had to been constructed that way to work. But yeah, I like Impedance's style a lot, actually, and I think this routine was really solid regardless of that complaint. So let's move on to the final wildcard.
Welcome to the world, no hero and feelings. Welcome to the war, we only begin. So pick up your ribbon and fetch it. Dash it out on the crown, go and take it like. Welcome to the war, we on begin. So pick up your weapon and fast it. Dash blood on the crown, go and take it like.
Ooh, wow. All right. That was the first time I ever heard Akbar. I believe that's his name. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get that wrong. Yeah, Akbar. Okay. First impression, absolutely crazy. Crazy technicality. Not sure how old this guy is. Looks fairly young. Crazy that he's that good if he is young. Insane. A lot of inspiration I can hear through the beats that he's doing here. I heard a little bit of Heartsoul in there in terms of special sounds. Even Ice here on the screen right here, heard a little bit of influence from him. Not sure if he's influenced by them, but a little same vibes, same some special sounds are very similar to those guys. Yeah, technicality really high. Yeah, kind of like put his foot down on the pedal from 1 to 100 and never really let go from start to finish. This would have been a crazy battle round, I think. Especially if he was facing people in particular, this could have been a really good counter. Kind of like a showcase that, hey, I can do your kind of style too. Yeah, so if you put this guy in a battle, not really sure how you perform in a live setting. I know this battle starts online, I believe, then goes eventually to live with like a top 8. I think that's how it works. But I also think, like, I don't know if it's true, but I think like Solo is can battle loop stations people too. I don't know, I can't really remember the format. I have to go back and read it again. But yeah, this guy is crazy. First impression, absolutely nuts. Yeah, curious to see more of him because I can't really critique anything because I don't know his full-fledged style. But for this wildcard in particular, yeah, I pretty much said everything I needed to. So that's going to be the end of this video. End of the wildcard reactions for this competition. I enjoyed all of them. Obviously there's more, but I'm not going to be able to get around to it because I need to move on to other stuff. So the next stuff will be the Florida battles and also some other videos like a collapse video that he had recently and other stuff along those lines. So if you enjoyed what you heard from these guys, go check out their channels, go leave a like on their videos. Links in the description like always. If you want to support me, you can leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next beatbox reaction video.